It's July 29th. Let's take a look at what's going on in the garden. So out front we have some zinnias in bloom and Misha's favorite, these swamp mallows, which when they're in full bloom are probably about 6 to 8 inches, about that big. Everything's really taken off in the heat. So we have some red cannas right there, and this is wild senna hebdocarpa. It has those dainty yellow flowers. There's some mountain mint and Culver's root, veronicastrum, and all kinds of echinacea all over the property. All right. Let's take a look at the rest of the gardens. We have more cannas this year that were gifted. Lots of tubers, and we have lots of these red-leafed cannas like this, and more of that swamp mallow. It does a little bit better out in full sun, but these flowers are just fantastic. Misha saw some of the first monarch butterflies on the swamp milkweed, and there's some other pollinator attractants here. We have some Heliopsis there, and this is Zizia, which is a relative of carrots. Those are, I think those are Millennium summer alliums there that are blooming in pink. I got a big pile of those from the compost. The yucca is finished blooming here, and over here we've lost the rest of our blueberries to the birds, but it's been nice watching them eat them. There's some hydrangea, what is that, macrophylla in the back that's sort of really nice in the shade. And this blueberry just went kaput all of a sudden. We're having trouble with our pear too, which is defoliated for the second year because of Fabrea fungal disease. There was a school teacher living here for about 100 years, and they had no problems with their fruit trees. And then a plant pathologist moved in, and there's all kinds of issues. Here's Misha, maxing and relaxing. This is one of the best things about this garden is this massive Clethra summer sweet. It's in full bloom right now. It's coming. Each one of these spikes here is getting lots and lots of attention. These bees don't even care I'm here. There's so much nectar to be had. And it has a really nice aroma. And when the breeze is blowing like it is now, you can smell it all over the property. I think that's Tithonia, which is Mexican sunflower that's popping up in the back in front of this colocasia, the taro. I sent a picture to my Hawaiian friends telling them that I'm a taro farmer in New York City now. Here's a fun volunteer sunflower that popped up, and it's sort of the star of the show right in the center of the garden. The heat is really great for all these amaranths and tomatoes, and we have eggplant that was planted pretty late, but it's really in really good shape. This is a variety called, I think, Indigo Rose, and when it ripens up, it'll become almost jet black. And we have some cucumbers. We eat about 3 cucumbers a day just from these 2 plants, but they're kind of getting scorched because it's been 90 degrees every day. And we're just finishing up with these cardoons. Misha, can you get in there for scale? Yes. The cardoons have these terrific thistle flowers, and these get a lot of bee activity too. You can see some of that. They're just finishing up now. And next to the silver-leafed cardoons, we have the silver-leafed sunflower, which is Helianthus argophyllum, I think. It's from Texas, and it's just an amazing plant. Has regular sunflower blooms, but these kind of lamb's ear, woolly leaves. And this is our tropical corner, where we've had tons of success. This is a mixture of all kinds of heat-loving vegetables. So there's some shishito peppers in there, and this is Virginia mountain mint, attracting some pollinators to all of those vegetables. And this is our banana. This is our Chinese hardy banana. This will actually stay in the ground, and we're going to mulch it, and hopefully it'll keep getting bigger and bigger every year. This is a super adorable vine where we just threw up some scrap metal to train it up the wall, and it's just starting to make its fruit. Mish, do you see any? Yeah, they're there. This is a relative of watermelon, but it makes basically tiny watermelons. It's often called Mexican sour gherkin or mouse melon. We have some coleus and other junk that I stuff in my car at the end of the day at work. And over here in the fountain, it's looking really nice. We switched it up a little bit. We put some water lettuce in here. This isn't actually rooted in anything. It just floats in this tiny pond that we have. And we planted some water lilies. This one produces these tiny minute flowers. That'll be really nice. And this is papyrus growing here. And Misha has a toothbrush, and she comes out here and scrubs the algae off the rocks every day, diligently. Yes, yes.
I didn't do it today.
This is a ficus from work that we call Louis Lemon, because it was actually kind of discovered at Wave Hill by my boss Louis, and it has this bright yellow tone. And it's really nice around against the backdrop here. I guess there's one more thing to show. In the words of Dr. Ian Malcolm, life will find a way. And the marigolds that we planted this year have found their ways through the floorboards into the porch. So we're just letting them go. But this is our vantage point in the morning from the garden. So this is what we look at every morning. Okay, see you real soon.